Now, let's meet our group members and let's watch how magnetism works in a device.
Let's dive into how magnetism works.
Next, we move to overview of the device. A magnetic stripe, also called a mag stripe, is a data storage medium used on the back of credit and debit cards. It allows the card to be read by magnetic stripe readers when swiped through point-of-sale terminals, ATMs, or other card reading machines. Have you ever wondered what is the component and its function? First, we have magnetic stripe, or known as mag stripe. Second is magnetic particles. Third, data tracks. Fourth, encoding format or magnetic field. And lastly, we have magnetic card reader, or known as external device.
So now, let's look at the practical use of magnetic stripe. Magnetic stripe cards rely on magnetic principle to store and transfer data. The stripe on the back of the card is embedded with tiny magnetic particles, usually iron oxide or barium ferrite. Each of these particles acts like a tiny bar magnet. When the card is swiped through a magnetic card reader, a reading head similar to a tape recorder head detects changes in the magnetic field as the particle pass by. The data typically includes card number, account-related information, and expiry date.
So, what type of magnet that used in magnetic stripe? The magnetic stripe is made of a plastic-like film that contains tiny permanent magnetic particles, typically iron oxide or barium ferrite. Each particle acts like a tiny bar magnet, and these are arranged in pattern to encode binary data, which is 0s and 1s. Once this data is written, it stays there until purposely overwritten.
So now, let's look how it works. As we know that the black stripe on the back of a card contains a tiny magnetic particles made up of iron-based material. These particles are magnetized in different directions to store data, such as your card number, expiry date, or account information. So, when you swipe the card through the reader, the magnetic stripe passes over a magnetic red head, similar to the head in a cassette tape player. As the stripe moves past, the changing magnetic field from the particles induces a small electric current in the red head. This movement causes rapid changes in magnetic field. This changing magnetic field induces a voltage in the coils of the reader head. In this context, solenoids as triggering detection of current. The pattern of the magnetic changes is interpreted as binary code 1s or 0. A microcontroller in the reader takes the signal and convert it into the digital data. This data is then sent to the payment terminal or computer system, which uses it to verify the data and complete the transaction. So basically, the magnetic stripe holds a card's data using tiny magnets. When you swipe the card, the reader detects changes in the magnetic field, turns it into electrical signal, then into digital info. And that's how your payment gets processed in just a few seconds.
So next is the importance of magnetism in device. Why magnetism is essential for the operation of device. The black magnetic stripe on the back of a bank card uses small magnetic particles to retain your account information, which is why magnetism is vital. When you swipe your card at a machine, the machine reads the magnetic stripe to verify your account information, including your card number and expiration date, so that the transaction can be proceeded. Despite the fact that many cards today use contactless or cheap technology, the magnetic stripe is still a good fallback option in case the more recent technologies don't function. Next is, what will happen if magnets fail to function in the device? The information can be lost or corrupted if the magnetic stripe is cracked, exposed to strong magnetic fields, or otherwise damaged. In such cases, the card will become unreadable and the transaction will fail. There are special features depending on magnet properties, which is fast scanning. When you swipe the card, the machine quickly reads the magnetic pattern and sends the information to the bank for approval. Second is security. The magnetic stripe contains important data such as your card number and other security details.
Now let's move to the significance of using magnets in bank card and its impact on technology or society. First of all, the magnetic stripe allows bank card to be quickly read by ATM and post machines, making payments, withdrawals, and account checks faster. And this convenience helps reduce the need to carry cash. Secondly, magnetic stripes support the shift toward a cashless society, which is promoting electronic payments, encouraging people to adopt digital financial habits, and enabling the growth of the digital economy.
all from us. Thank you.